Good morning, beautiful people. It's Melanie coming to you from the Outer Banks, North Carolina, and I wanted to get on here today at my favorite little pond location. It's quiet, it's peaceful. I wanted to get on here today and talk to you guys about something that I figured out this morning. And so for years, I'm going to be honest, I felt like I was in prison. I felt like I was in prison because of my kids. I felt like I was in prison because of my family. I figured out that I was an artist. I figured out that I was a musician. I figured out that I could talk to people. I figured out that I knew a lot of information that I could share with people. And I felt like I was being held back and imprisoned by my family. So God showed me what that really was. And now I realize I have freedom. And the irony in the whole situation, I guess it's kind of irony, not really, I don't know. I guess the synchronicity in the whole situation is that Chris and I started taking this freedom group class in our church, and it was every Thursday. And the class is called Freedom, and it guides you through biblical scripture and different ways of looking at scenarios and what you can do to better yourself and like grow and change and be kind and loving and forgiving, and not only to others but also to yourself. It's a great class. And so then I woke up this morning early, and I didn't sleep well last night, and I don't really sleep well because of various reasons, but I oftentimes get woken up a lot. And I've made that choice to be there for my kids and to be available to my children while I have them. And so that means that I'm fixing blood sugars with Christopher, or I'm holding someone's hand because they're scared. And I am there as a mom. But I went to the beach this morning, and I sat there, and through Lucky's journey, so my horse, and if you followed along for a long time, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And for those of you that might be new, I've had a horse for 20 years, and over the last couple of years, his health has deteriorated to the point that I drive 30 minutes one way, 30 minutes back home the other way, and I spend about an hour and a half to 2 hours at the farm to care for him and care for his friends and scoop poops and brush him and do all of the things. And the irony in that is that, like, that's what needs to be done every day. If you own an animal, you should be doing these things. And I didn't realize that that's like truly the work necessary in the whole farm detail. Like, I knew it, but I didn't know it because when I was a kid, we rode the horses when we wanted. We didn't spend any time with them unless we wanted something from them. And now I just care without any expectation in return, as I feel like it should be. But that's a different journey and a different day. And so he's like in the smaller pasture, and he's imprisoned, like truly imprisoned. He's meant to go miles and miles and miles every day and to wander and forage and to be free and wild. And he is in a small container, which the more I'm waking up to my freedom, the more his container is growing. So he was in like a tiny Tupperware container, and now he's kind of like in a refrigerator. There's my analogies for you. So he's at least growing in size as to how far he's able to move his legs and to live and do that stuff. When I'm here at the farm and when I'm like sitting here talking to you, he's wandering around the farm everywhere and anywhere, and he's got a lead rope over his shoulder and a halter on, and he just goes and moseys and forages and grazes for that hour and a half to 2 hours that I'm here, so that he at least gets to experience that. That's called a killdeer. I hope you could see him. I don't know if you could because it's like really bright, but so I see his prison. I've got a friend that I'm caring for and helping care for, and I do it about like 18 to 20 hours a week, which doesn't seem like a lot, but when you got a lot of other stuff going on, it is a whole lot. And I wish I could do more. Like, I wish I could be there every day for him, and maybe there will be a time that I'm able to do that. But for now, like, this is what I'm able to give, but he's not able to walk. He's not able to pick up his hands. He's not able to use his fingers. He uses his eyeballs to type on a keyboard on a computer, and he's not even able to talk. So that is like imprisonment. You're imprisoned in your body. And once I realized all these perspectives, which I kind of definitely started waking up to it a long time ago, like when I first started helping him out back in February, I was like, holy crap, like I had no idea. But it just really hit me this morning, like how free I truly am. And then the realization that this world is exactly what we perceive it to be. This world is doing and being exactly what we perceive it to be. And so I want beauty. I want to see beauty. I want to feel beauty. I want to hear beauty. I want to hear peaceful and nature and solitude. Guess what? I found it in the least expected place. Like, I'm sitting here at this pond. There's a random paddleboard that the people that own this pond have left in here. But I'm sitting here. You guys could probably hear the birds. You can see the sunshine. You can see like the blue water. It's so clear. It's so beautiful. And I found everything that I was looking for exactly where I'd been the whole time. So it's truly about changing your perspective. Truly. Is it hard getting to a place like that? Absolutely, because you're programmed and conditioned to see the world negatively by like watching CNN, by watching Fox News, by watching any of these things. You're programmed to see the ugly. But when we step out and choose to see the beauty, we will find it. It is there. It's just hiding in plain sight, like truly. So the picture that I'm posting on here is the bunny wildflower bouquet, and every morning I go out and I pick greens and forage for the bunnies here at the farm. There's horsetail, there's daisies, there's bachelor's buttons, there's white aster, there's dandelion, there's carrot greens, and so I forage all of this. And it was always here and so beautiful, but I was too busy and too pissed and too all of these things to ever even see it. And so like now I'm looking for all these wildflowers and I'm loving the journey. So I guess that's what it's about, like changing your perspective, seeing it from somebody else's perspective, learning and growing through seeing things from other people's perspectives. Choosing to be positive when it's really hard and really tough. And it's been really hard and really tough, guys. Like, I'm not sitting here talking this wisdom and guidance and like, oh, my life's perfect and I'm happy all the time and blah, 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 blah. Like, I wanted to cry all day yesterday. But it was this, like, I'm just really kind of tired. And every time I try and sleep, somebody wakes me up. So, like, at the beach, I'm taking a quick nap and Scarlett comes running over and it's like been 10 minutes and it's as if she knows I'm sleeping, but she doesn't. And she comes running over and she's like, I got sand in my eyes. And I'm like, okay, let's go wash you off. Like, I'm all disoriented from sleeping and I'm like, okay, let's go. And freaking out. And then I stopped and I was like, wait a minute, how did you get sand in your eye? We were throwing sand. I was like, that is my number one rule. No, like, we don't do that. So I share that story with, like, it's not easy. I'm exhausted. I'm doing a whole lot, but the comparison between this year and last year and the growth between this year and last year is that, like, I chose Jesus, I chose God, and that has grown me and opened my heart in ways that I could never have imagined. Morning, Dev. And I'm this kind person that's loving, that wants to serve others because I know that it's doing God's will and it's what God would want me to do. And that whole, like, what would Jesus do thing from whenever they brought that out, like 70s, 80s, 90s, I don't know, maybe they brought it out in every decade. What would Jesus do? Like, truly, what would Jesus do? How could you approach your life in a kind, loving way, in a peaceful way, in a way that's going to change people's lives for the better? Everywhere I go, I smile, I wave. Everywhere I go, I talk to people. I say good morning to random people walking in and out of the grocery store. I know, it's shocking, right? I'm not looking at my phone. I'm looking at your face. I'm looking into your eyeballs and I'm saying, hey, good morning. I see you. I hope you have a good day. I do this all day, every day. So let's try to see it from a different perspective, a positive perspective, a place of goodness, love, all of those things. And with all of that said, I'm going to peace out. We're going to be going to the beach. I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning now so I can fit it all in, getting ready to be 4:30, but I'm trying not to shock the system too bad. So taking it one step at a time. Anywho, so much peace, love, and God bless to you guys. Adios, my friends. Peace.